Well, good morning, everybody. Today in the United States, we're celebrating Columbus Day, and in Canada, it's Canada's Thanksgiving. And as a result of it being a holiday, there are additional ways for you to reach out and start having conversations with people. So for those of you that are in boot camp, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat window. Okay, Tiffany, yesterday I got this message when I logged in on the app. We noticed activity on your account that indicates you might be using an automated tool. Tiffany, I'm not going over conversations this morning, but I will address questions relating to profiles. So what you need to do, okay, and the reason that you're getting it is because you're sending out a number of messages in a short period of time. So you need to slow that down. And while the messages that you're sending are all different, okay, it's got a different first name, you need to modify the messages that you're sending out. You need to change the language. We have a coaching session this afternoon, so we can go over it then. But you need to notify LinkedIn that you are not using any kind of an automation tool. Okay? That is incredibly important. I'll show you how to do it this afternoon. Okay, Roger, you want to know where to locate the GIFs or emojis that attract people to you. That we cover let me come back over here. That we cover on the second session of boot camp, which is tomorrow night. Now, if you want to get a head start, go up here to the top, click on last month's boot camp, and go to Connect, the second version of boot camp, Connecting with Perfect Prospects. It's all in there. And Johanna, where do I go to delete sent messages? Johanna, you go to your message center. To the individual message. Now, if you're talking about delete messages where you're asking people to make the connection, then what you do is you go over here to your network. All right. And you come over here to see all, click on that. Then you can go over here to send. And so if you want to delete any of these, Just pick one. Go over here to withdraw. And withdraw. If you want to delete a message, you go over here to your message. You can go over here, hit the three dots, and you can delete the conversation. All right, sent requests, we covered that. Now, tonight at 9 o'clock, we did on Sunday night, we started to go over something that all of you can do that will turn on an avalanche of new business on LinkedIn and Facebook. Tonight at 9 o'clock, we're going to finish. So you can go to www.maxsteingart.com/free training, register for it. And we're going to show you a number of things that you can do that will actually turn on an avalanche of new business. Matthew signed up 5 people in 3 days. Let me take a look and see who's here. Bill, did you ever figure out your password for Facebook? I'm sorry, for LinkedIn? Did we ever get that worked out? Let me come back.
Good morning, Max.
Morning. Let me go back over.
Yes, I'm working on it. I decided I would just, like you said the other night, or last night, to just join those things because eventually we're going to have to. So that has definitely made it easier. And so we'll just continue on that.
Okay, so let me pop over here. Okay, so as soon as you can, we have to, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's go over here. And I'm going to type in forgot password. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to send a note to your email account. Oops. Let me.
I can give you that. Dr. Bill dot safely.
At Gmail?
At Gmail, correct.
Okay.
And I'm definitely
Okay, so
haven't challenged.
go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead and check your email,
Okay.
and it's gonna send you a 6-digit verification code. So let me know what that is. Is the easiest way to do it. Now, one of the things that you all want to do is attach a phone number to your LinkedIn account as well as your Facebook account. Because it's always easier to do this from your phone as opposed to jumping over to your email. Roger, why don't you hold off on answering those until tomorrow? There's no rush. All right? There's no rush. Okay, did you get it yet?
Yeah, I got it. I got a number here.
What's the number?
272986.
272-986.
And I just did this late last night, and it looked like it was going to be fine.
Okay. All right, so now it's asking you to put in a new password. All right.
Do you want?
We're changing the password.
Okay.
All right, so what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slide, whoops. Oops. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide this to another screen where nobody can see it.
Now it's got that password. Is that my new one?
No,
Oh, that's for somebody else. Okay. Do you want me to type something in?
no, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Now you can't see this, right? Choose a new password. I moved the screen. So you should be looking here. Let me do this.
I can see that old password there.
Right, we're gonna share the screen. So let me put this up over here. Okay. And now let me move this. Back over here. So we've changed your password. And I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
All right. Now, we go in and look at your account. Go over to your profile.
I haven't changed my picture in a while, so I was thinking maybe that would help out a bit.
Well, I'll tell you, on LinkedIn, it has makes no difference. On Facebook, it would change things. But let me come down here to. Okay, so now right now, you're not being prompted to verify your profile.
Right. No,
So
never seen that.
Okay, so what you do is go over here, bring my profile up. Now, when you bring my profile up, you come down here to now you should see something about verifications, and for some reason it's not coming up. LinkedIn is in the process of making some major changes that I want to discuss this morning. So let me log back. Now, worst case scenario, we got a coaching session on Wednesday, so we can go in and we can fix it. But if you go over here and you look at your profile, interesting. Here it is. What you can do is we'll do this on Wednesday. You go to my profile and find the verifications element, and you can be prompted from there to do it. All right.
Oh, that'll give you the steps to take care of it then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's no rush. We can go over it on Wednesday, but at least now I'm back in your account. Let me come back over here. Tonight, again, like I said, we're going to show you how to literally do a few things with your profile that will immediately turn on a flood of
Awesome.
messages. Now, Roger's already getting them. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook's latest changes are very significant, and they're going to help you generate a never-ending flow of literally nonstop leads that respond to you immediately and will become new distributors and customers no matter what you're selling. When you apply my prospecting and recruiting strategies and my texting tactics, you'll be making more sales every day. Now, let me just go over to some of the changes. Some of these prospecting and recruiting strategies work better in the next 3 months. October, November, and December can be the 3 best months of the year for you. Right now, millions of professionals are looking for new opportunities, and they're joining LinkedIn. You have what many of them are looking for. Now, in the last 2 weeks, LinkedIn has started rolling out a major restriction on all free accounts. And it's been impacting some LinkedIn Recruiter and Sales Navigator tools. Tiffany, you're just starting to see it. Now, the reason that all of these things are happening are because of all of these bogus profiles that are flooding LinkedIn. So from now on, all non-premium users will only be able to send only 10 connection requests a month versus 300. And it looks like free users will only be able to send 200 character messages rather than the usual 300. So what we're going to end up doing, for those of you that are in boot camp, is we are going to modify the connection message to 200 messages, but you're only going to be able to send 10 a month. I've already got some strategies that you'll all be able to use to get around this. We'll be talking about them in boot camp tomorrow night. Additionally, Facebook is now coming out with a similar type program where you can get a verified profile. Again, to give yourself credibility, right? But you don't want to use it because they want to charge you $11.99 a month, $12 to have a verified profile. You don't need it. You really don't. You can go over to LinkedIn and you can get verified for free. Doesn't cost you anything. And this is something that you absolutely want to do. So at the end of every day, you need to be talking to people every day. Let me pop over here. And what I'm going to do, I'll log out of my account. So Roger, if we go over and take a look at your messages here,
I'm here.
okay?
Trying to create questions with each one, like you said.
Well, now the last time, so I want you to stop, okay? Because, or go in and watch the second session, because you've been connected to her since 2019. Okay. Now, let's go bring up her profile. So the $64 question is, how active is she? So we go over here, we look at her posts. Well, the last time she posted anything was a year ago.
Ah,
All right, let's look at her comments. Last time she commented on anything was a year ago. Let's look at some of her reactions. 11 months ago. So she's not the most active person on LinkedIn. All right.
got it.
Now, okay, now let's go back and look at her profile. So here you reached out to her in 2019. And she never responded to that, but she did accept the connection. However, as you're going to learn in tomorrow's boot camp session on connecting, we need to send out a message that she's going to want to answer. Now, frankly, for that matter, so you sent this on Friday. And now you're sending her something else, and it's not about you, it's about her. So this here is a waste of time.
Got it.
Now, let's come back over here.
He wouldn't be one. You know what? You know him.
So let's come down here. Let's look at this one. So this person responded to the change we made to your profile.
He is a good friend from Ohio.
Okay, now, the thing is, every message you send needs to end with a question. But it's not about what you're doing. It's about what he's doing. You want to get people to react to you. You want to get people to respond to you. Thanks, Alan. Now, let's take a look at Alan.
He's the #1 dealer broker in the United States, knighted by the Pope.
Okay,
A big deal.
so we come down here. Well, we know he's active because he responded to what you're doing.
Right.
So the correct message for you, you want to start a conversation. So let's look to see. Now, you've been connected to him since January 17, 2011.
Yeah. We go way back.
So the way to start a conversation would have been to say, saying congratulations on your new job. So the correct message would have been, thanks, Alan. You know, we've been connected since 2011, but we haven't really communicated much on here. What are you doing these days? It's not about what you're doing. It's what he's doing. Now, this is a natural good. See, here's what happens, and this is going to happen time and time again. You ask somebody, instead of going out there and pushing what you're doing on people, it's a natural occurrence. You ask somebody that you know that you haven't communicated with in a while. So what are you doing? They're going to tell you. And the natural response on their part, now they're going to ask you what you're doing. So instead of pushing something, all right, we want to be able to say something that is going to make him more curious about what you're doing. So just collect these. Don't respond to people, because you're blowing a natural opportunity to start talking to people.
Well, this guy is unique in that, to your point, we've known each other for years and years. We're like brothers by another mother. So it's
Uh-huh.
not like he's kind of a out of the pocket guy. You know, I respect your opinion as well. But he's kind of a unique guy. You know,
Okay,
our
but again,
relationship is unique. Yeah.
I understand that, but whether you know somebody or not, doesn't care if he's, when was the last time you talked, you talked to him?
2 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay, 2 weeks ago. Then, does he know what you're doing now?
Yeah.
Okay, then there's no point. Then there's no point.
He doesn't know about Immunotech, but he knows that I'm a networker.
Well, then, all right, then you want to position yourself where you could naturally tell him what you're doing here without pushing it. Let me,
Right. You're 100% right. That's why I'm learning from you.
okay. So let me pop back over here. So this is where all of you can create a flood, a virtual flood of activity, talking to people, whether you know them or you don't know them. Talking to people, starting a conversation that will lead to talking about your business by first finding out what they're doing. So you're not coming across like one of those pushy salespeople. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Otherwise, we'll be back at 4 o'clock. Jason, send me this. Before last week's webinar was over, I had 6 likes and 3 signups. Now he had thousands of people that he was already connected to. Jason signed up 20 people while he was in boot camp. His upline, Carrie, had suggested that he attend. So I strongly suggest, if you have team members, people that you're working with, that you want to see experience outrageous growth, have them show up tonight at 9 o'clock. Matthew, following the same approach, sign up 5 people in 3 days. Okay. How could you go from Sales Navigator to LinkedIn when searching from your phone? Bobby, I'm not so sure that you can do that. Okay, I'll try playing around with it, but there are certain things that you can do on a desktop and a laptop that when you go to a tablet or you go to your phone, that you can't do. So this is all on an individual basis. Let me pop over here. Certain things that you're going to be able to do from your desktop that you can't do anyplace else. So once you have a complete understanding of what you can do on your phone, what you can do on a laptop, what you can do on your tablet, then you can work your schedule around that. So Shirley, there are a couple of things that you can do that will almost immediately attract business to you, okay? So what I'm going to do before we talk later, I'm going to jump into your account. Changing the start date from March to October would be one thing. What we're going to do is we're going to change the date for the Senior Citizens Advocate to October. We're going to change this. That's going to give you an anniversary. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here. We're going to delete it and we're going to re-enter it. And that's going to come up, even date's going to stay the same, only we can leave the date the same. But that's going to create, even though you've been doing it for a long time, it's going to create a new job. So that's two things that we can do. And the third thing, obviously, is we can change your birthday. Those are three things. See, you're already connected to a bunch of people. So what we want to do is we want to get you started talking to the people that you're already connected to while we're going out to connect with new people. All right, so you all keep your eye on Shirley, because Shirley is going to tear it up over the next 3 months. So let me go back over here. So join me tonight at 9 o'clock. Boot camp. If you haven't registered for boot camp yet, there's still time. The first session of boot camp was recorded. And if you want to get ahead, you can go to last month's boot camp. We just had the first session, create. Connect is tomorrow night. Then you have communicate, close, and the daily routine of top earners. Now, all of these sessions are recorded. You want to get ahead? You want to see, well, what can I do to connect with people? Click here. And look at what we covered last month. Now, there are going to be differences. There are going to be new updates. But at least your real birthday is October the 29th. So what we're going to do, Shirley, is we're going to change that and we're going to make it the 19th. Okay, that's 10 days earlier. We can blame it on a typo, but that's going to get your reactions a lot quicker. Again, you want to get ahead. Pop over here. Look at what we covered last month. So Until next time. Let me look to see who's here. Best of luck in building your business, folks. God bless.